Some of the most important events in the 20th century took years to accomplish, while others took only minutes. 20th century history is made up of both the large and the small events that shaped it. Air and space. For thousands of years, man looked upon the sky and dreamed of flying like birds and walking on the moon. In the 20th century, man reached both of these dreams. Assassinations and murders. Murder took many forms within the 20th century, from that of a single person to attempt to wipe out entire people. It involved guns, rifles, poison gas, and even an ice pick. And it ended the lives of many important people. Crimes and scandals. The 20th century was filled with stories of gangsters, bombing, massacres, and genocide, disasters and tragedy. Natural or man-made disasters are very destructive. They can wreak havoc and cause fear. Medical advances and issues, from the discovery of penicillin to the AIDS epidemic. Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was the struggle over Vietnam from 1959 to 1975 between the Communist Vietnamese forces in North Vietnam, who wanted an end to all foreign occupation of the country, and the United States allied with South Vietnam, who wanted to prohibit any expansion of communism. The prolonged war left many Americans bitter about U.S. involvement in a war they could not win. World War I. The First World War, originally called the Great War, raged from 1914 to 1918, mostly fought in Western Europe in muddy, bloody trenches. World War I saw the introduction of the machine gun and poison gas into battle. World War II, a truly war which lasted from 1939 to 1945. The countries of the world aligned with either the Axis powers of the Allies and battled in a total war. William Butler Yeats was a famous Irish poet, dramatist, and one of the pioneers of the literary world in 20th century. The author was also a member of the Irish Senate and served it for 2 terms. His contribution to the English literature is as high as that to his native, the Irish literature, where he is remembered for his role in reviving the literature. He was a co-founder of the famous Abbey Theatre and stepping in as its chief. Among his most famous works are The Tower in 1928, The Winding Stair and Other Poems, and The Winding Stair and Other Poems, 1929. In 1923, Yeats was awarded the Honorary Nobel Prize in Literature, making him the first Irishman to be honored with the award. A master of the traditional verses, the author died on 28 January 1839 at the age of 7. Cradle Song is often praised as the perfect balance between thought and emotion, capturing the mother's joy and love for her child, while at the same time expressing her largest fears and meditation on the child's future role in man's world. The ending of the 4th stanza is perhaps the strongest example of the mother's fear. Certainly, and gloom that one day her child's little heart will wake. And when that happens, the dreadful lightning break. Blake's repeated theme of passing from innocence to experience is obvious in this sweet lullaby. Overall, the poem can be read as a metaphor for the mother's awareness and inability to alter or stop her child from growing up in this world and losing all of his or her innocence. The first half of the poem is a snapshot of how peaceful and joyful the sleeping babe is, but youthful harvesting is inevitable, and the mother is left sanded at the fact that while her child may beguile both heaven and earth, at the moment it is only a temporary serenity, and it will not be long before all purity and innocence is lost.